Second option here we've got is a breakfast meal that we provide at the yard. We have a sourdough bread, local baked sourdough bread with some avocado smash and poached egg. So one of the key things I'll sort of talk about is how to poach your egg properly and make it stay together. So we'll get started. I'll put in the sourdough. So it's just a regular toaster, just like you've got at home.
Now the reason we use sourdough bread, really a lot of people don't go well with bread or don't like it. The reason we use sourdough is because it is a low GI option as a bread. A lot of people don't like the really heavy-seeded multigrain breads, which is your lowest GI option, which means that those sugars, those carbohydrates are going to release slowly into your blood. But for people who prefer white bread or prefer more traditional kind of European style bread, sourdough is the best way to go if you're looking for sustained energy release. So sourdough is actually lower GI than wholemeal bread. So if you are in a restaurant situation and sourdough is an option and it's something that you would like to have a few bites of, order the sourdough over, the other options there. But this is also something where what Ryan's about to do, we could use on a cracker or on a flatbread or on something that might be a little bit easier to go down for you as well, depending on how you're going.
Alrighty. So in the pot here, I've just got water with some regular white vinegar. So for a pot this size, I've used about a tablespoon of vinegar. And the idea of the vinegar is it's going to help the white stay together while it's cooking. The other trick to use is just get a spoon and make a small whirlpool around the outside. And then you want to crack your egg and drop it right in the center of that. The closest you can get your hand to the water without burning, the better. If you drop it from up here, it's going to just go everywhere. So as close as you can get, just drop it straight in. All right, so that's going to take about 3 to 4 minutes. I've got it. I don't have it on boiling. It's just on a nice simmer. The more violent the water is, the more damage it's going to do to the egg.
So should the water be bubbling? Like what should the water be doing?
Just a really small bubble. If you can lean over and see, there's just a little bit of bubble happening. So.
But I think the mistake a lot of people make is that the water's boiling and bubbling away and getting really violent, and then what that's going to do is break up your egg. And it's going to be splattering. That's what happens when I poach eggs, which is why I don't do it.
So the next thing I've got is just a regular avocado. I'm going to cut it straight down through the middle. Alrighty, and I'm just going to use the knife to take the stone out. Just turn and it'll come out. But I've gone for an avocado that's nice and soft, so it's going to come out really easily. If it's too hard, it's going to be really hard to get out and it's going to be hard to chop up. So I'm just going to use the spoon to scoop it out from the flesh.
Who plays the avocado game at the shops where you kind of squeezy, there it is, there's the one. So I actually learnt this from Ryan as well. You don't want the one that's the squishiest. You still want it to be a little bit firm under there because usually the ones that you can really squish and push in are brown and stringy. Nobody likes avocado strings. They are the worst. But that's what you're looking for. You don't want it to be the really, really squishy one. You want it to still be a little bit firm under there.
You want it to bounce back a little bit. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add just some flaked sea salt just for some flavour. I've got some olive oil. And if it's something that you're preparing a little bit more of and you want to save it for later, you can add some lime or lemon juice just to help preserve, just like you would with an apple. So I'm just going to use the side of the spoon to cut the avocado and use the back of the spoon to sort of smash it up a little bit.
Now, if eggs aren't your thing, but you're wanting this to be a higher protein option for breakfast or even a lunch as well, in the feta, in the avocado, you can mash up a little bit of soft feta or cheese. Or other options that work quite well is like little tins of legumes or beans or a tin of tuna or salmon. So a lot of people don't like eggs or they find that they don't digest them very well. But this is something you can keep it as a high protein option by adding other things into the feta.
All right,
it's
so
avocado. It's not feta. It's avocado. We know it. You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to spread that onto the sourdough. Again, you can use as much or as little as you want. It's very much up to you. So with our egg, I've just got a bit of kitchen towel, and I'm just going to scoop it out nice and gently and let it rest on the towel. That's just going to let any sort of water from there drain out, and it's not going to go all through your bread and make your bread soggy. So you can see it stayed together really well. It's not bits of string all over the place. So I'm just going to put that back onto the spoon and then gently onto the avocado. And to garnish that, I'm just going to use some Dukkah, which has got a mixture of pine nuts, sesame seeds, a bit of chili powder, coriander seeds. It's just a really calorically dense garnish. You can use that instead of a sauce, just for a bit of extra flavour. So, and that's it. As Erin said, you can add things as you go. You can add a bit of fish, you can add a bit of feta. So
there's variations that you can use as well for a lot of people who, you know, maybe are not eating bread or not digesting it so well. This is something you can put on a Krusker or a corn cake or a rice cake, something like that, that can be quite portable for work. The other good thing about smashing up an avocado and adding things like feta or salmon or beans to it is that it's quite a portable, high protein dip that you can have with some carrot sticks or something like that as a snack or as a lunch. So making up a bit of smashed up avocado at home can be quite versatile if you're using small amounts of it in different ways. In terms of your nutrition, when we're looking at eggs and we're looking at avocados, can anyone tell me what they think the main nutrition might be in something like an avocado? I was a really good dietitian, I promise, so the people who know me should know the answers to this. What comes to mind? What type of nutrition comes to mind with avocados? Good fats, thank you. See? So basically, good, healthy fats are really important, not just for things like your hair and your skin and your nails. Your healthy fats is what's going to help you absorb your vitamin D and your calcium. So if we're looking at making sure that we're maintaining healthy bone mass and healthy bone density, which particularly affects women in Australia, increasing your sources of healthy fats is going to absolutely help you with that, because we can't actually absorb vitamin D or calcium without healthy fats. So eggs, avocados, and even the nice oils that come from the Dukkah seeds and the granola as well has benefits with other nutrition that you're going to be consuming during the day. So, does anyone have any questions? We're going to bring out some samples.
yeah, so we've just tried to use a couple of different ideas that are very simple. You can do them up at home, and it gets your day off to a really good start.